Hello YouTube and welcome back to another Dare to Game video. Today we're going to be looking at another thing that was released for Hogwarts Legacy. This one was a PlayStation exclusive quest for something called the Haunted Hogsmeade shop. And I haven't watched it yet, I got it here. I wanted to kind of do a live reaction to it. Basically, my first gut reaction to it is unfortunately more on the negative side. I don't like console exclusive quests. I absolutely hate that idea. I think it's real stupid. I don't think it serves a purpose. I mean, unless you're going to have a ton of exclusive quests for like PlayStation or something like that, you're not going to make someone go buy a $500 PlayStation if they don't play it on that. So it's a totally pointless gesture. All it is locking out content from other platforms. So in principle, I do not support the practice, and I really hope that maybe it's like a timed exclusive, like after the first week. It will be available to everyone, but otherwise it's just going to piss people off and it's not going to make people buy PlayStations. The vast majority of people out there are not multi-platform players. They don't have an Xbox and a PlayStation or a PC and a PlayStation. They've got one. Like for me, I play on PC, so unfortunately I don't have access to PlayStation exclusives. But yeah, just in principle, I don't like the locking out of content for a game that everyone paid full price for. But with that in mind, I've heard that the quest looks pretty cool, and so I want to take a look at it, as it's going to help me. I feel like every little bit that we look at helps me get a much clearer picture of what type of game this is going to be. And so we're just going to start her off and react to it as it goes. There's our PlayStation logo, rubbing it in that lots and lots of people that are playing this game won't be able to play this quest. Our first screen here just looks like Hogsmeade, obviously. Well, I mean, it obviously is Hogsmeade. You can see the little bridge crossing. The sign up there, it says Hogsmeade. A couple of buildings in the background. Actually looks like they plan on making the town a decent size. There's an owl flying over there. Okay, there's a sign pointing towards the Hog's Head, so that's interesting. I'm liking this so far because I think the previous shots that we had seen in the trailer made it kind of look like, more like Diagon Alley, where it was kind of mostly just one street, but this makes it look more like a village, so that's good. Not sure what that shop off to the right is. I'm guessing that's a quality Quidditch supplies shop, so I'm guessing that would be where we'll buy brooms and stuff, because it looks like there's a quaffle under the sign, but it's hard to say. There we have, I can see Honeydukes. There's the post office that we get reference to in the books, so that might be how we send letters and packages and stuff like that, or receive them. We don't know if we'll have access to a personal owl in here, so in the books, if you didn't have an owl, you came to Hogsmeade, or you could use the post office other ways, or I think the school also had some owls that you could use. But yeah, so it's cool. We see the post office there, and we can see Honeydukes. The shop off to the right there has what looks like a teapot or something. I'm not sure what shop that's supposed to be.
Hello, Madam Mason?
Madam
I understand
Mason. That's not someone that I'm familiar with.
you have a shop to sell.
All right, interesting right there. She's selling a shop, so this could be more than I was expecting out of the game. It would be... I don't know exactly how they would explain in the lore a 15 or 16-year-old being able to buy a shop in Hogsmeade. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's not against the law in the Wizarding World for a 15-year-old to buy a store in Hogsmeade. Maybe that's totally normal. I guess it just seems weird to me. But that could really open up a lot of opportunities in this game for different things that you could buy. If it'll let you buy a store, what won't it let you buy?
I think you will find my terms quite generous.
All right, we're not seeing any... I see a sign that says no trolls up there. That could be a reference to something, or just a joke. I don't know if that's really a problem that these people have. There's also a sign there behind the desk that looks like the logo for the 3 broomsticks. That's interesting why that would be there. We've got the little... Over on this bookshelf to the left, I can see what looks like the same type of globe decorations that we see in all the common rooms at Hogwarts. Maybe they're just reusing assets, or maybe that's a common thing in the Wizarding World. I couldn't say for sure.
What's the catch?
All right, so we get a creepy basement or whatever this is, maybe a back room with a ton of spider webs. I'm guessing maybe there's some spiders. She might have a spider problem.
You are wise to beware.
Not sure who that is in the picture there. Kind of looks like, I'm not sure. It just looks familiar.
Why is your mistress selling the shop?
She has had rotten bad luck with the last few.
Alright, so it looks like the chest in the back room there must give you access to the basement, or maybe this is all inside the chest. We know that in Harry Potter they've obviously got spells that allow you to make the inside of something much larger than the outside, so that's interesting. It'll be interesting to see exactly how many times that comes into play into the game. Hopefully they don't overuse it.
Penance.
Alright, so we get a creepy hallway shot there. I did hear this was more of a horror-style quest, so it makes sense that they're going that way. But this could get a little weird to play. I guess probably going to be a little rough for people who have motion sickness problems and also aren't a fan of horror-style quests. Alright, could have a little bit of a Torment of Tantalus style mission here. If every time you get close to the door, it gets further away from you. That could be fun.
Those who came before you just could not seem to escape the darkness.
Alright, well that's just a little bit creepy. So apparently we're not the first people to try to come down here and solve the problem so we could buy the store. And hopefully that speaks to the difficulty of the mission, and it's not just a story trope that they're saying, many have failed before you, and then you do it easily. Hopefully it is something that's maybe kind of complicated or a higher level thing that you don't want to try if you're not ready for it. Or maybe, I don't know how it'll work in this game. I don't know if you could die, or if there's going to be some sort of a MacGuffin that prevents you from dying, and then you wake up in the hospital wing or something like that. Or just reload your save, I guess. We're seeing some what looks like mannequins hanging from the ceiling in here, so that's kind of creepy. Well, that was especially creepy. That had some, the Dark Angels from Doctor Who type of vibe. Or not Dark Angels, the Weeping Angels, I think that's what they were called. That's the kind of vibe that had. So, a little bit creepy. Alright, so the mannequins are chasing you. So that's what's going on here. Or whatever you call those dolls of some sort. They kind of look like oversized, like claymation model dolls. I'm not sure. That could be Slytherin, because the beard and everything looks right. So this could be more playing into the overall theme that we've seen from basically all the stuff that they released for this game so far, is that it all seems to kind of revolve around Slytherin. So maybe this also does. Alright, so there we have some spiders. My gut would tell me this isn't inside the shop because it looks totally different than everything else we've seen inside the shop. So this could be not just a quest, it could be a quest line, because it might take us to multiple different locations, but we're definitely seeing some spiders and some more spider webs. Alright, some more combat with the mannequins. Looks like they don't use magic, they must be more of a physical attack. They didn't look too terribly hard to kill in that one. One fire spell seemed to kill a whole bunch of them, so my guess about them being difficult to fight might be a little bit far off.
Watch your step.
Alright, the Haunted Hogsmeade Shop, PlayStation exclusive quest. Includes additional dungeon, shopkeeper's cosmetic set, and in-game Hogsmeade shop. So, I don't know. I don't know what that means. That could mean that we purchase that shop, like we have the ability to purchase the shop and then maybe we can run it and make money. Or what my gut tells me it probably is once you've done this, you've solved a problem or whatever, someone else buys the shop or the person who's selling it decides not to sell it, but then maybe you get better prices on what stuff that you sell there or something like that, because open world games usually have more of a feature like that. Like I said, I just don't love that that's a PlayStation exclusive quest. You know, it probably wouldn't bother me nearly as much if I still played on PlayStation, because I used to back before I started playing on PC. But it just feels like locked out content, and if it does give you something, like a benefit of getting better prices on everything you sell there, that's going to be a serious advantage, something that they're just locking out of the game for other platforms. And I'm telling you, that's going to piss a lot of people off. I know a lot of people play on PlayStation, but a lot of people don't. And this isn't an exclusive game, so exclusive content is just never a good way to go. But we'll have to see if it's worth it to the developers, how much Sony's paying them, we don't know. But it did look pretty cool. I mean, I'll watch the rest of it and see if there's anything left in the trailer that we're going to see. Doesn't seem like it. Okay, no, it's just the pre-order screen then. So nothing we haven't seen there. Right? Okay, yeah. So basically, I do like the overall feeling that this has, even though I won't be able to experience this quest, or at least not right away. We don't know to what extent it's exclusive. But I do like the vibe that it gives off. I think they've been focusing a lot on the dark arts side of stuff in the game recently, the last two trailers. The last one was the dark arts trailer, where we talked about one of the unforgivable curses, and now this one is like a haunted store in Hogsmeade with some horror elements. It's making it feel a lot more like this game is going to be more of a darker, possibly adult-themed game, instead of the kind of campy, kid-based stuff that the Harry Potter video games have traditionally always been. And so that's a good sign, in my opinion. I like that. I want it to be a bit more mature, just because, you know, I'm not a child, and I don't know exactly what the interest level of children is going to be for a game like this anyway, so it makes sense to gear it more towards a mature audience, and that's good. But other than that, I like a little bit of horror thrown into games, especially the world of Harry Potter can get super dark. I mean, we even see that in the later movies, probably starting like 5, 6, and 7, maybe even 4, depends on how you look at it, but like the world can be pretty dark. There's some bad stuff going on. And so it makes sense to have those darker elements be prominent in the game, because especially if we're playing something back in the earlier years when potentially things were even worse and like bad stuff was happening more frequently, just because that's how real world history goes, it makes sense that the Wizarding World would mirror that. It makes sense to have it be kind of dark and have some sketch, maybe some scary stuff going on. I think that's a good direction for the game. So bad direction, having exclusive content locked behind specific platforms. That's just in principle a really bad direction to take a game in, because you're just stealing content from people who are paying the same for a game. So, like I said, in principle, I'm against it. But good, it's a good sign that we've got that darker theme playing through to a heavy extent. So, mixed feelings about this trailer, probably more towards the negative side, just because that locked out content is going to leave a bitter taste in my mouth. But like I said, I do like how it does help my faith in the overall world, that it's going to be, the world of the game, I should say, that it's going to be darker and more mature. So that's all for today. That's my takeaway. If I missed anything in the trailer, let me know down in the comment section. This was a quick reaction. I didn't want to spend too much time on each frame, basically. But if I missed anything or misinterpreted anything, let me know down in the comment section. But that's all for today, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching another Dare to Game video. If you liked this video, please leave a like and a comment. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you like my content and would like to support this channel, consider becoming a member today for as little as $1.99 a month. It makes a huge difference. But in any case, thanks for watching and have a nice day. I'll see you next time.